morning, you guys. I thought that we could get ready together today because I feel like we have some stuff to chat about. I'm in my workout clothes, but this is just gonna be my outfit for today because I don't have time to work out. Wish that I did, but I'm also sore. So I'm like, this is gonna be my rest day. Kind of elephant in the room, but not really an elephant in the room because it's completely out and it has been out. But I did a podcast episode for Jay Shetty's podcast on purpose. And even talking about it, I feel like I am like so nervous. This was one of the most nerve-wracking things I think I've ever done. When Jay asked me to be on his podcast, I was very hesitant. I was like, this is going to be the first place where I really sit down and have a raw, emotional, open conversation about everything. It's something that I never felt comfortable doing on social media, if that makes sense. As much as I think you can have deep conversations on social media, you can only get so below surface level when you're talking to yourself on a camera. I've always set the boundaries since I came back to social media of I am going to share what I feel comfortable sharing and I'm not going to share what I don't feel comfortable sharing. My main goal with going on his podcast was to spread water safety awareness and to honor our son Trig. Grief, as everyone knows, is an extremely deep topic and there are so many layers to it, and I felt such a weight of I want to represent the lost community and talk about grief the way it deserves to be talked about. This was obviously just a lot of pressure and really scary. I am so grateful for how you guys have received the podcast. My goal was, along with everything else I just said, to be as raw and open and honest as possible. I did not want to hold back about grief or my feelings or anything, and I really walked out of there from the interview feeling like I successfully did that. This was a really hard conversation for me to have. I do not open up like that with many people, and most people don't. Loss is a wound that you are reopening every time you talk about it. It brings up a lot of emotions, and I was really scared about that and just how I was gonna feel having that conversation, how I was gonna feel after I had that conversation. I also just wanna give the biggest shout out to Jay and his team. That was an extremely hard conversation as an interviewer to have. So grateful for the empathy that he has, the way that he is able to so eloquently put his words together, the way that he was able to really listen to everything I had to say, really digest it and take it in. He's just so good at what he does. And like I said, when he reached out and asked for me to be on his podcast to talk about grief and talk about child loss, that was a lot of pressure, and I really didn't know if I was the right person to have that conversation. I felt a lot of imposter syndrome. He truly could not have made me feel more comfortable